Let's talk about journaling. So first, if you're not a journaler, I get it. I'm not really either. What I love about journaling is that I have all these thoughts that goes on in feelings. And if I use my hand and the pen on physical paper to really release what's going on in there, creates more space in my body and my mind, so I can really start to hone in and refine these, like really anything I want. You know, I'm not someone that you can look back and be like, oh, my journal entries are pristine. You could read each word. No, sometimes I read back and I'm like, is that a sentence? Like, what word is that? Like, I don't know. So for me, it's not so much that I go back to it to read what I had thought before. It's really to get things out so I can refine, so I know in my body, in my heart, and in my mind, they're aligned. So, and there's a caveat with this. So I want you to do this free-form kind of journaling however you journal. And then at the end, I want you to take the answers to what you came up to with all 6 questions and write them in a place where you can reference them again in a couple weeks or 30 days, 90 days. We're gonna keep on going back to these questions, to see if we're healing and are on the right track of getting to the root of what you want to heal. And also, through the process, our perspective is going to change. We're going to change. So something that might be so distressing to you right now, after a few sessions or in a month, might be not the biggest thing. I mean, like, okay, that's gone. I don't need it. That gave me the impetus to be on this journey, but it's really not something that is a part of me anymore. I'm healed, I'm good with it. And that way it keeps refining, so you can also start to track your progress. This is something that, the fact that you're just in this with me is amazing, and you should give yourself lots of credit. And the more you look at how much you grow, how much you think, and how much you change and evolve, and give yourself acknowledgement of that, your healing is even going to be rooted even deeper in such a profound way. So these questions are really to get the juices flowing, and also to have you look back at certain moments to be like, wow, look at what I've changed. That's not even part of my consciousness anymore. That's not even who I am. So then you could move on, because sometimes we get stuck on thinking the same things over and over again, and we really moved on. We just haven't realized it yet. So let me get into the 6 questions. The first are more mental, so I just really want you to think of this. I want you to write down, why do I want to heal X, fill in the blank, in the first place? So what is it that you want to heal, and why? Then the next question I want you to ask yourself is, why, or what do I want to be free from? So it could be like, I want to be free from being up all night. I want to be free from my repetitive habits of doing the same things over and over again. I want to be free from my money issues. Like, whatever it is, whatever you think you want to be free from, write that down. And then the last one in this mental category is, what do I want my life to be like? How is it now that it's not? Like, what if I imagine my life to be anything, what would I like it to be? And get into the things you don't like about your life, or you thought you would have by now, or thought you would do by now. And get it all out there, so you really are clear of like that idea of what you want your life to be like. Then the next 3 questions are more feeling sense. The first one is, what feeling do I want to feel instead of X? So if you feel sad, do you want to feel joy, or do you want to feel excitement? If you feel angry all the time, would you like to feel calm and a sense of satisfaction? So look at the feeling that those 3 questions should evoke some feelings. And you want to look at the feeling like, like the first question, what do I want to heal in the first place? And why do I want to heal it? Should evoke something like, if it is sleeplessness, then you might have a lot of anxiety and fear. So the feeling that you would like to feel instead of fear is probably confidence, or peace, or bravery, or courage, or assurances, any of those. So see if you can, there might be many, But as at the end of this exercise, when you rewrite all these questions, kind of pick a couple so it's really focused. The next question is, what would you like to be free from? So the first one is, what do I want to be free from? And this is, what would you like it to feel like when you're free from X? How does it feel now that you're free? Like, if, again, we'll go with, let's do a habit. Like, say you don't like to do laundry. Okay, let's make it very practical. Say, I really want to be free from my dread of doing, I really, would like to be free from this pattern of, like, when it comes to laundry, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do it. And then I beat myself up. Why can't I do it? Blah, blah, blah. And now I would like to be free from the burden and the anxiety and the stress that not doing my laundry creates for me. Because usually if you don't want to do laundry and you do, it's like no big deal. But typically there's stuff around the things we don't want to do that we pile on. We judge ourselves, we critique ourselves, we compare ourselves, we try to motivate ourselves in all these different ways to do it, but really to get to the heart of it. So it's just a very mundane, but there could be things in your life like that you just want to be free from. So now look at the feeling. What is the feeling state that would bring to be free from it? And write that all down. And then the last one is, how do I want to feel about my life? So when you wake up every morning, how do you want to feel about your life? And I'm not asking if you have energy or no energy, or if maybe you've had a loss or something tragic happens, or, life happens. I'm not saying that those answers, because the reality is that you can't whitewash your life. Things are going to happen. There's going to be situations. However, the underlying condition of how you are, how you feel about your life when you wake up, is what you want. Do you want to feel courageous? Do you want to feel safe? Do you want to feel loved? Do you want to feel X? Whatever that is, what do you want to feel every day when you wake up about your life? And I will link those 6 questions below. So now, take your time, take as much time as you need, and just really write out everything that comes up around each one of those questions. And at the end, take those questions, write one at the top, and then put the answer below, somewhere where you can reference in the next 30 days. And you can use that to fill out the questionnaire too, about really what you want to start working on. And I'm really excited to discuss all this stuff with you. It may be easy, it may be hard. Whatever it is, whatever this brings up is perfect, because that is what we're gonna start working with. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, the questions will be down below.